My kids cut me off after I divorced their cheating mom. Now they're back because I'm doing well financially. I caught my ex-wife Sarah having an affair with her tennis instructor. Not through texts or suspicious behavior, I literally walked in on them in our bedroom on a Tuesday afternoon when I came home early from work with the flu. The divorce was brutal. Sarah hired this shark lawyer who somehow convinced our kids that I was the bad guy. Tyler was 19 and Ava was 16 at the time. Sarah told them I was controlling and emotionally abusive, that she found comfort with someone who actually appreciated her. Our kids bought every word. Tyler stopped answering my calls completely. Ava would respond to texts maybe once a month with one-word answers. When I tried to explain what actually happened, Tyler told me to stop bad-mouthing their mother. Sarah got the house in the settlement. I moved into a small apartment in the less nice part of town. Paid alimony and child support for Ava, even though she refused to visit me on my custody weekends. I was basically working to fund a life I wasn't part of anymore. My kids spent holidays with Sarah and her tennis instructor boyfriend Brad. They posted photos on Instagram looking like this perfect blended family. I wasn't invited. Didn't even get a text on Father's Day. For 3 years, I barely heard from them. Tyler graduated college and didn't tell me about the ceremony. Ava got her driver's license and I found out through Facebook. It felt like my kids had died, but I'd see them alive and happy without me. Then something changed. I got a promotion at work, big raise, corner office, the whole thing. I also started a side business flipping furniture that took off way bigger than expected. Within 2 years, I went from barely scraping by to doing really well. Bought a nice house with a pool, got a new truck, started traveling. I didn't post about it on social media because honestly, I wasn't trying to show off, but word gets around in a small town. Last month, Tyler called me out of nowhere. Hey dad, how are you? Like we just talked yesterday. No apology for 3 years of silence, just casual conversation. He asked what I'd been up to and I mentioned the new house. He got real interested real quick. That's awesome, dad. Maybe I could come visit sometime? Check out the place? 2 days later, Ava texted asking if we could get dinner. I agreed to meet both of them at this restaurant downtown. The whole meal felt weird. They were being super nice, asking about my job, complimenting my watch, talking about how good I looked. Then Tyler brought up that he was struggling with student loans. Said it would be really helpful if I could contribute to paying them down. Ava jumped in immediately. She needed a new car because hers kept breaking down. Maybe I could help with a down payment? Nothing too crazy, just enough to get something reliable. I sat there looking at these two kids I'd barely spoken to in 3 years, and it all clicked. They didn't miss me. They missed my money. I asked them point blank, did your mom tell you to reach out to me? They both got quiet and avoided eye contact. Tyler finally admitted that Sarah mentioned I was doing well now and maybe they should reconnect. Ava said mom thought it was unfair that I had all this money and wasn't helping them. I paid for dinner, then told them the truth. I'd been trying to reconnect for 3 years. Invited them to holidays, sent birthday gifts that got returned, called and texted with no response. But now that I have money, suddenly I'm worth talking to? Tyler tried to backtrack. Said it wasn't like that. They'd just been busy and needed time. I pulled out my phone and showed them the dozens of unanswered messages, the voicemails they never returned, the Christmas presents I sent that came back marked refused. You weren't busy, I said. You made a choice. And now you're making another choice, but it's got nothing to do with being my kids. Ava started crying. Tyler got defensive, saying I was being unfair and holding grudges. But I wasn't angry anymore, just tired. I told them if they wanted a relationship with me, actually wanted one, they knew where to find me. But I wasn't going to be an ATM for kids who only called when they needed something. I left them at that restaurant and haven't heard from either of them since. Sarah called me a week later screaming about how I embarrassed our children and turned them against her. The irony wasn't lost on me.